Hey guys, welcome back to Games Mod. So we've already been over the Stryfe a little bit, did the main review. Some of you may already have it in your hands, which is great. I want to go over a few things, and I also want to compare it to a very similar blaster from the same company. But first I want to note the darts I came with, I tried these in my Harrier. They do not work. The rubber tip gets stuck in there, so these I think are only going to be made for flywheels, so there's that. So I want to update you on that. I was going to put up a short video showing it, but there was nothing to show because it got stuck. But again, Stryfe, we love it. It has a rechargeable battery, which is great. But this costs $120, which for Nerf, it's kind of a markup, because you could, if you don't want to buy this, and if you want to actually buy a hobby grade one or a built one, you can go ahead and buy a Stryfe and do it yourself. Now, I didn't build this. I got it from Kern County Foam Flingers. I think I said that right. He sent this on to me to do the comparison video. Basically, it's the same, and the battery is a little bit shorter in the door area or the battery area. What I have in here is a 3S LiPo, one of these guys, which I use in my flywheelers that take them. But let me go what he has in this guy right here compared to what we get in the Stryfe. And we'll go over the cost too of building this guy. So basically, he's labeling this as what it costs a modder to make a Stryfe variable, I guess, out of the Stryfe. So the Stryfe, apparently it costs only $10 for the actual blaster. The motors that are inside this were 16 bucks. The wiring, it was $1.25 for 16 AWG, I guess, gauge. 16 gauge. He has some worker smooth flywheels in there, which are $9. He has some self-printed PET G worker dominator cages inside. He has a PLA switch, plate, doorway, and wiring channel, which is, I believe, in here somewhere. That costs $350. I think I'm saying this right. I'll put up. Tezuo switch 21 amp was $2. The pusher and the short dart mag adapter, so this guy and the extended dart pusher, was $14.50. So altogether it costs about $56.25. So yeah, almost half the cost of this guy. Now, there's pros and cons to both. Number one, you have to do this all yourself. If you just want to plug and play, basically, you can get a Stryfe, but it's going to cost you twice as much. If you do it yourself, or you have somebody do it, it's going to cost you about 60 bucks. So, you know, it's up to you. The other thing that I noticed is the railing's different. This is a kind of Picatinny rail on this, but not really. This one's got the slide, and on this one you can actually put, I believe, other Stryfe kits on it, like the Chris Vector, which would be really sick on this, which I might do. Yeah, I might do that. But it has the same stock attachment point on both Nerf. The rev trigger is the same basically. This one's a little bit bigger, but you know, trigger is basically the same. Mag release is different, of course, because this is the new, and this is just the adapter with a 15-round worker mag in it. The sling back here is a little bit different than this, of course. And then you got pretty much the same sling up here. On this one, there's no barrel attachment if you want, but there is one up here, so that's a plus. The railing up top is different. You get a little bit more in-strike railing, which you can convert to Picatinny if you really want to. This one has the same style that's underneath. Not much, but you know. the way that you take the battery out is a little bit simpler on the Stryfe X. You know, you just pop this out, you recharge it, slam it in, you're good to go. This one you have to, you know, unscrew it, take it apart, recharge it, reverse the process and slap it back in. But we will go over and I'll actually be using the same darts for both tests. We'll first fire the Stryfe X over the chronograph, even though we've already done it before, but just to compare in this video between the two, what we get FPS wise out of both, and then we'll come back and do some final words. So see you guys at the door. All right guys, here we are at the door with the, first we're gonna fire the Stryfe X here. I put 10 of the Stryfe X darts in here, the new, what are they calling them? Strike short darts, whatever. So we'll do 10 over the chronograph, see what kind of numbers we get, and then we'll switch over to the modded Stryfe by Kern County Foam Flingers. So first the Stryfe X. So, looks like an average of 160. Yeah, so that's expected. That's what we got last time. Alright, let's switch over to the modded Stryfe. Modded Stryfe, 10 rounds, same darts. And we're out. A couple of those didn't register, but this looks like it's about 130 with those darts, mind you. So I'm not sure what to make of that. But basically, the Stryfe X hits a little bit harder for what you're getting for the 120, I guess. The modern one still hits decent. I mean, this is good for any HVZ, you know, game. But on average, it hits about 130. And it costs about half the price. So you gotta ask yourself, what do you want out of the blaster? Do you want to pay twice as much, get more power out of it? Or do you want a little bit lower power for half the cost? Yeah, so it's up to you. It's up to you what you want to pick. I wouldn't mind seeing... I'm going to try one more thing. I'm going to try both versions with some Gen 3 darts and see what we get with those. See if there's more of a... see if there's a smaller gap in between them, FPS wise. So give me 1 second. Alright guys, we got the Stryfe X back again with the Gen 3, I guess, plus darts. So let's see what we get with these. So with those, it's more of an average of 152, 151, something like that. Okay, that's duly noted. Let's try it with the modded Stryfe now and see if that does any difference in the FPS. Alright guys, here we go with the modded Stryfe with the Gen 3 pluses. See what kind of numbers we get with these guys. So, if you notice, there were a few 130s like this one, but most of them were around 150, so about the same as the Stryfe X, and that's with the Worker Gen 3 pluses. So it has to do with the darts that Stryfe X came out with, I think, is a big difference between both of the blasters in firing. Other than that, if that's the case, you can either pay half price and get basically the same performance, or pay twice as much. and get the name brand and battery and all that stuff. It's entirely up to you, but just wanted to do a comparison video to point out the costs and you know, if you had any concern about the Stryfe. So yeah, other than that, guys, thanks again for getting me up to 2K. I saw a lot of comments so far on the 2K video, so that's good. We want a lot of entries in this one because this is a big giveaway. I think it estimates around. I didn't add up yet, but it's probably going to be somewhere around $250. So big giveaway. So if you haven't done that yet, go ahead over to the 2K video, leave a comment, and make sure that you do all the rules and make sure you have everything set up if I need to contact you if you are the winner. Other than that, guys, I'm going to be packing tomorrow. Well, a little bit. I've already submitted some of my blasters for Ragnarok Oktoberfest, which I'm going to next Thursday. So far, I am taking the Stryfe and probably this modded Stryfe now. My Seagull, my Harrier, and my Adventure Force Aeon Pro with the pump kit on it. They are all, you know, toned down with the springs and stuff because we have the low FPS cap. But other than that, guys, I will see you in the next video. I don't know exactly when that's going to be, but yeah. Please like, follow, share, subscribe, all that stuff that YouTube makes you do to follow me, and I will see you guys in the next video. All right, bye.